Hello everyone. It's about that time again. We are getting ready to close out the semester. So as an added bonus, I thought I would release to you guys the final exam choice board so that you can have an opportunity to earn extra points on your final exam. So please take advantage of this. And depending on when you're watching the recording, you know what semester it is, the date that the extra credit is going to be due. It's going to be in the directions at the top of the page. So just make sure that you read that. So the first step is to read the directions. So at the top here, it tells you that you're going to select one of the activities listed below on the choice board. And if you notice, if I scroll down, there are quite a few to choose from. And you are going to have the opportunity to earn 10%. And in this case, that's going to be 10 bonus points added to your final exam. So for example, if you make a 60 on the exam, then your 10 points will give you a 70, which is great. So here's the thing. You must make sure that you use the website or the resource that I give you listed here under the green highlighted section. So you have to use that website or that resource that I give you. You cannot use another source unless you email me and I say that it's okay and it has been approved. Okay. Also, make sure you follow the directions, because if you don't do everything the way that it should be, you won't earn the full 10 points. Okay. So you have to be very careful and read to make sure that everything is included. So I'm not going to read each and every one of these to you, but I do want to take a look at some of the things that you can do to earn bonus points. So there's an art section here where you can create an original piece of artwork if you are good at drawing or you use a particular app. Such as Adobe Illustrator, then this may be the task for you. But just remember, you want to earn the full points, so you want to do a great job if you choose this option. Next, you have music. So you have the option of writing a poem or composing an original song, and it tells you how many verses, and you need to have a hook and so forth and so on. You want to use Audacity to do that. Now I know that this is the Food, Nutrition, and Wellness choice board, but I do have one for my other courses as well. So if you're in another class, no worries. You just make sure that you're on the correct choice board. You also have a show and tell option where you can dress up as one of the founders of one of the diets that we talked about in this course. And then you have to explain in detail about the diet, and you want to do this using a particular app called Photobabble. You can do a pic collage. Now, a lot of people like to do this because they think it's the easiest thing to do, but please keep in mind, read this through carefully, because you not only have to have so many pictures, but you have to use borders and filters, and you have to post it on Instagram or Twitter. You have to use a hashtag. So there's a little bit more to it than just creating a collage. Film production is another option. It tells you to be creative, but what you can do is do a short skit or edit a video or make a film using WeVideo. All right. And it tells you the topic that you can do this film production on. The next one is comic strip or cartoon. So you can use Pixton or storyboard that to create this comic strip. You have to have so many frames and so many images and use dialogue. So please read the instructions. You can also do the making connections option, where you give a short 3-minute speech on a certain topic using Voki or Blabberize or Podbean, which is a podcast tool. Express yourself. You can write a journal entry. Now, this is another one that people like to do because it's a writing assignment, but you do have to have 3 paragraphs. They have to be detailed. You have to have an image. So please do this correctly if you want to get the full points for it. Here's another drawing assignment where you can use a website called Sketchtoy. You're going to draw, and it's going to record your drawing, and you can play it back. Read the instructions for this one, because you do have to have at least 3 different drawings. You can also do a PowerPoint using one of these resources. So it's not a regular PowerPoint assignment or Google Slides assignment. You have to use one of the resources here. You can do an animation using Powtoon or Video. You have storytelling that you can also do using the Texting Story app, which I absolutely love. Follow the instructions on this one. Make sure that your communication, your dialogue that you're having is sufficient for 10 bonus points. Cornell Notes. If you know anything about Cornell Notes, you can use this website called Classment to take or create Cornell Notes on a particular topic, but there are some guidelines that you have to include, like a video, a URL, an image, so read that carefully. You can also do a graphic organizer. You can do vocabulary using a website called ThingLink, which is pretty cool. You can do a blog. You can do a video presentation using Adobe Spark Video, which I absolutely love Adobe Spark. It is awesome. You can create a story using Storybird. And I always find this one to be interesting, but if you like telling stories and doing that type of thing, make sure that you have the vocabulary words that you need and the number of pages that you need for your story, okay? Multimedia presentation using Buncee. And you can also do a digital worksheet. I like this one too. So it's kind of like creating a test, but the digital worksheet is so amazing. If you never use Wiser.me, check it out. You do have to make sure that you have a certain number of multiple choice questions and a certain number of matching and true false and short answer questions. But I love this tool. If you haven't used it before, I highly recommend it. Whether you're using it for this extra credit or for something else along the way, okay? So this wraps up the information on how to earn extra credit for your final exam. So I wish everyone good luck on the exam. If you have any questions or if you want to know, how you can study more for the exam, reach out to me. I will be sharing that probably in next week's session. So stick around and come back next week on Tuesday nights in our Jigsaw classroom at 8 p.m. Thanks, guys.